Lagos. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó àjùmọ̀ṣe ni.
Under Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's first-term leadership, Lagos State embraced a comprehensive development plan known as Themes Agenda, which covers traffic management and transportation, health and environment, education and technology, making Lagos a 21st century economy, entertainment and tourism, security and governance. This visionary agenda has marked several significant achievements that has positively impacted the life of Lagosians in the areas of infrastructure development, healthcare transformation, education reforms, empowerment and job creation, and numerous others. In this episode of Greater Lagos, we want to examine how far this administration has gone in the implementation of Themes Agenda and how it has given rise to the new slogan Themes Plus. This plus being a plan by the administration to intensify focus on social inclusion, gender equality, and youth. Welcome to another episode of Greater Lagos, a program that evaluates and gauges all the projects of the Lagos State government and how these projects impact the average Lagosian. My name is Glory Benjamin, and I am your host.
Greater Lagos.
Our guest on the episode is the Honorable Commissioner of Information and Strategy, Mr. Gbenga Omotosho. Join us as we take a look at how this administration is ensuring there is continuity to projects and policies already kick-started during its first tenure. All this and more right after the break. Don't go anywhere.
Greater Lagos. Greater Lagos.
Mr. Gbenga Omotosho, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
How would you evaluate the performance of this administration in line with its Themes Agenda?
First, to thank Lagosians for the cooperation that Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu got, and that led to his re-election as a governor of Lagos State. And talking about the Themes Agenda, which he sold to the electorate, I think the government deserved a distinction. The government did well in all sectors. If we begin to talk about the achievements in all the sectors, and we pick just one, we can speak about one for 1 hour. For example, the very first pillar of the 6-pillar Themes Agenda, which is traffic management and transportation. We did a lot in that. Everybody today, everybody is celebrating the Blue Line, which is running from Marina to Mile 2 in the first phase, and the second phase has begun. The contractors are working on the second phase now. So if we talk about that, and we talk about the red line, the red line is very exciting in the sense that it was started in the administration of Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu on August 15, 2021. And he promised when he was doing the groundbreaking that he was going to finish the red line. And today, the red line is 98% completed. Very soon, Lagosians will have a feel of what it's all about. So if you look at transportation, look at the junction improvements program that we did to ease traffic in so many areas. In Lekki 1, Lekki 2 roundabouts that we removed and put reshaped. In nearby here, Allen Avenue, in Ikotun, in Maryland, removed all the roundabouts and turned the place into a big areas where vehicles can pass through without any hindrance. You will see that in transportation, we have done a lot. So many places in Lagos now with traffic lamps working, and roads were lined. So I think in traffic management and transportation, the Lagos State government under the administration of Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu and Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat, that we have done well. If you look at Earth, which is the second pillar, we have done a lot of things in Earth. For the first time, we are building in decades, we are building a general hospital in Ojo. Lagos has not built a general hospital for quite some time now. A new one is being constructed in Ojo. Everybody saw what Mr. Baide Sanwo-Olu and the team did during the crisis of COVID-19, the pandemic that people felt was going to be killing people anyhow in Lagos and other parts of the third world. They predicted, the experts, that we were going to be picking bodies on the streets. But because of the sagacity of Mr. Sanwo-Olu, because of his attitude to work and being able to rally everybody that was concerned, Lagos was able to fight that the pandemic. And Lagos today is an example of a global example of how to fight such a pandemic. So in area of health, we launched Ilera Eco. Now people who are poor can have access to healthcare services. They do not need to go and break the bank for them to be able to, for just 8,000 naira, people, you and your family, can have access to good health care. And then if you get to our general hospitals, they are being renovated. Most of them, they are sparkling now on Abbey Road, on Lagos Island, and others like that, Lepute Meta. All the general hospitals, they are doing well now. They are being refurbished, and COVID gave us an opportunity to get the right equipment and to be able to train our personnel so that if you go to any of our hospitals now, the doctors are better trained, and even the nurses, all the health personnel, they are doing better than they used to do. So in health, I think we have done a lot. Our primary health care centers, when Mr. Baide Sanwo-Olu started all out, he made it compulsory for members of the executive council to visit at least 2 primary health care centers and then file a report to the ESCO. It was that report that we used to now look at what we could do about primary health care. And that was how Lagos State government moved into massive rehabilitation of our healthcare facilities. And today, at the primary health centers, people get treated and they get well. It's unlike they do not need to. You have headache and then you are rushing to LASUT. That is not the case nowadays. It has changed. So if you look at it in terms of the second pillar, health, we have really done very well. So like I said, I mean, health and environment, the second pillar. If you look at the environment too, last year there was so much noise about a flood, as people are crying out this year too. In so many states in Nigeria, the crisis was so much that people died. But we never had that kind of experience in Lagos because of all of the things Mr. Baide Sanwo-Olu's administration did in that area. You can see the big drains that are being built, new ones in Lagos, and the old ones that are being opened up all the time. You can see gangs working even during the rains to see that we have a free flow of water whenever it rains in Lagos. Because of climate change, a lot of things happened. People, so many cities around the world could not even cope. New York City, we all saw how people were rushing out and down, and it became an emergency. Security agencies, workers were recalled, and it was very bad. But here in Lagos, we never had that kind of crisis. Here in Asia, in Germany, in so many places, floods wreaked havoc, as they say. But in Lagos, it didn't happen because of the kind of investment we are putting in terms of human engagement and in terms of advocacy, telling our people not to abuse the drainage system. And because of the kind of drainage system that Lagos has had for several years, which today the government is maintaining. So like I said, if we continue to look at all the pillars of a team's agenda, even only one, we can discuss it for a whole day.
You've spoken a lot about transportation, but I'd like to ask, there's still some roads in the states that are quite unmotorable. What is the government doing, to identify these roads, and how soon should Lagosians hope that these roads will be fixed?
We have done about 490 roads, and we did about 15 bridges, including the Penn Cinema Bridge all of us can see there today that has transformed the face of Agege, that has changed the very terrible traffic congestion situation that we had in that place. Talking about the Ajah side that you are talking about, we did 18.3 kilometers, I think, from Eleko Junction to T Junction in Epe, which that road was built 43 years ago in the administration of Baba Latif Jakonde, and it was a two-lane road, face me and face you, they call it. Today it's a 6-lane, dual carriageway with a rigid pavement and well lit. And we have started working on that road coming back from Lekko Junction to Ibrahim Adesanya. That's the second phase of it. And the third phase too is also going to be worked on so that the whole of that chassis will be free. There are so many roads that have not been done, like you have pointed out. I know what is going on. The thing is that this year the rains have been heavy. People expected that we will have done more than we have been able to do now. They are right to hold that position. But the problem is the rain. The Public Works Corporation is fixing roads day and night as I speak now. If you go online on the social media, you will find the places where they are fixing roads. Every day they put their schedule there that we are working there today, we are working there tomorrow, and they even work at night. But the problem is that the rains are not receding at all. Even the August break that we thought we were going to have and be able to do so many roads in August, we couldn't do much because of the rains. Rains and asphalt, they are not friends. If you begin to lay asphalt on roads during the rains, it's just like pouring money in the drain. And nobody will want to do that because this is public money. But what we are doing now is that we are not moving as fast as we would have been able to move if we had had a very good dry season, long dry season. But all of us know the effects of climate change. Things are changing. You can't predict the climate nowadays. So it's been raining and raining. And once it's raining like that, and we are even talking about battling floods, it's very difficult to fix roads. So what I would like to say is that Lagosians should please be patient with the government, and that all these roads that are bad, they'll be fixed in no time as soon as the weather permits us to do more than we are doing now. And Lagos has about 9,049 roads. It's not easy to fix everything in 4 years. Mr. Baladeson has done 4 years. And this second tenure, we see as soon as the weather is fine and the rains recede, we see much efforts being put into fixing all these roads.
Did you know the Lagos Rail Mass Transit Blue Line is back on track, energized with an increase in trips from 12 trips per day to 54 trips per day? The Blue Line, which started its operations on the 4th of September 2023, had been pulling across its electric tracks with a diesel locomotive. However, the governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu had earlier announced that the Blue Line would be temporarily shut down from 14th October to 16th October. The decision to temporarily shut down the metro line was to switch to electricity and ensure the safety of the passengers. This switch from diesel to electricity has helped the metro line increase its operation hours. With the first trip starting at 6:30 a.m., daily commute for passengers along Mile 2 to Marina route has now become even smoother with a schedule they can plan around, as well as with cowrie card and discounts to help them plan their expenses better. The Lagos Mass Transit Blue Line has been able to move over 80,000 passengers, and the government hopes to surpass this to a 150,000 daily passengers target in a few months. That's all on Eco Daily for today. See you next time.
There are some things that need emergency attention in which they have to do it as quick as possible. Like what we have just mentioned, some roads just need patching. Even if they cannot reconstruct it, let them patch it. and put street lights where it's supposed to be. We enjoy the roads. So there's nothing we need from them than that for now.
What I would advise them is for them to think more about the masses, not the major road. The major road, the federal take care of the major road sometimes, but let them go into the inner roads and let them fix it, because it's not right that one will be staying hours before getting home, all because of the nature of the road. You have to obey government, so we enjoy what we are doing, not to cause a problem within, whether accident or not. But the Sule matter out of the road in Lagos State here is very, very okay.
Greater Lagos.
You've spoken a lot about the blue train. You mentioned the red line. How soon should Lagosians expect that this red line will start working?
Yeah, Mr. Governor visited the red line a couple of days ago, and he did tell Lagosians on that occasion that before the end of this year, that the red line will be on stream. It's going to share tracks with the Nigerian Railway Corporation, and then the overpasses that we are building. I think there are just about one or two of them left to be completed. All the stations have been built, very beautiful edifices that you will be proud of as a Lagosian to see. So as from latest November, December, it's going to be a wonderful experience, because the red line will be running from Oyingbo all the way to Agbado, and it's going to be like about 32 minutes for a journey that will have about 3.5 hours in the best of times now. Bumpy, very tedious ride. But today, by the time the red line begins, it's going to be about 32 minutes exciting journey. It can take about 1 million people, even in a day when it's really fully operational. So it's going to be about a 32 minutes smooth ride, exciting ride, a joyful ride that Lagosians we love, in full comfort of best experience in rail transportation that Lagosians are going to be having before the end of this year.
What does the government hope to achieve with the inclusion of plus to the themes agenda?
What it means is that when you are running a government like that of Mr. Baide Sanwo-Olu, it has to be people centric. So we have been able to, governance is not all about a brick and mortar. You build roads, you build schools, you build hospitals, you build jetties for people, that's fine. But the people themselves, they must have a feel of the government that is touching them personally. So that is what Teams Plus is all about. It's all about gender equality. It's all about youth inclusiveness. It's all about social inclusion, so that nobody will feel left behind. Over 60% of the population is made up of young people, and young people, they are doing a lot in Nigeria, especially Lagos, using technology to solve everyday problems. So they need encouragement. The kind of energy that our young people have is bountiful, is boundless, is incredible. So government is trying as much as possible with Things Plus to be found where it should be found, so that our young people will feel that the government is supporting them, is encouraging them, it's giving them the enabling environment for them to be able to display their energy. That is why we are creating funds for them to be able to, those who are in the entertainment and creative sector, for them to be able to have access to funding, to be able to do whatever they need to do to boost their creativity, to boost their talents. That is why we are building a film city in K2 Engineering that is going to be built on about 100 hectares of land, and it's going to be a very big project where you can go in there and begin to see that we can even export our young creatives who are into script writing, editing, acting, and whatever you want to do in the creative industry. That is why the government of Mr. Baide Sanwo-Olu has partnered at least 4 companies, Bell York, AMA, Airborne Life, to train all these young people. At the last count, we have done over 6,000 or so about them, thousands of them that have been trained in the area of acting, editing, script writing, acting, so that Lagos can become the true headquarters of entertainment in Africa.
Can you elaborate a bit on how the government hope to achieve the gender equality that you spoke about as part of the Themes Plus?
We have a Ministry of Women Affairs, and it's not just that the Ministry of Women Affairs of Poverty Alleviation will be leading the charge. No, all of us are going to be involved. So in the areas of creating opportunities for women to be able to have the kind of attention that men have, to be able to compete effectively with men. So we are going to be doing that. It's not because you need finances and because you are a woman, you find it difficult to do that. No, women are going to be encouraged to get finances to run their businesses. They are going to be encouraged to have startups that government can come in to help them to push whatever dream that they have. So this is how we are going to be doing gender equality in the area of the arts, in the area of business, in the area of professions, in the area of every area of endeavor, of human endeavor. So the gender equality is going to be our target that we are going to be thinking about and pushing forward for.
Okay, there's been lots of projects like you've mentioned that has gone on and is currently going on. The question now is, how do the government hope to maintain this project? What structure does it have to put in place to see that these things that have been done will be maintained properly?
In fact, some of the ones that I mentioned are being completed. The signs are there that even that they have been built according to schedule. Look at the Ojota Bridge. The bridge is, if you get there now, you see that everything is there that shows that it's going to be completed. Ojota Allen Avenue Bridge, there is no way that that bridge will not be completed in the tenure of Mr. Baide Sanwo-Olu, the way Julius Berger is working at it. If you look at Massey Street Hospital, even though it's going to be the biggest in West Africa, as I have said, you will see that it's going to be completed. The Ojo General Hospital is also almost completed. Even the mental hospital that I spoke of, 500-bed mental hospital in K2 Ejire, the first of its kind around there, is going to be completed. So there are signs that all of them will be completed, because as I speak with you, almost all of the projects that I'm talking about are being worked on. But a project like Fort Mainland Bridge is going to be completed in stages. And the stage that Mr. Baide Sanwo-Olu is going to complete, which he says is going to complete when we are going to do the groundbreaking, I can bet you it's going to complete it.
Okay, so you've talked about a number of projects. So do Lagosians hope that Mr. Sanwo-Olu will be able to complete all the projects that he has started, and even some of the projects from the previous tenure?
Well, the signs are there. By the time Mr. Baide Sanwo-Olu came in, he promised that no project will be left uncompleted. And all the projects that the preceding administration did not complete, he completed them in housing, in roads. That's how you saw the completion of 18 housing projects. That's how you saw the completion of the Penn Cinema Bridge, among others. That's how we were able to build 15 bridges. And then talking about all the other iconic projects that he has started. Already the signs are there that he's going to complete them. The Ojota Okwebi Link Bridge is there. Julius Berger is working there as I speak now. So it is correct for one to say and predict that it's going to be completed at the appointed time, and it's going to be completed. Look at Massey Street Children's Hospital, which is going to be the best and first of its kind pediatric hospital in at least West Africa. The signs are there that is going to be completed. The general hospital in Ojo, the first of its kind in decades, is going to be completed. In fact, the signs are already there that it's going to be completed. The job has reached a very advanced level. The 500-bed hospital in Ketu mental hospital, is going to be completed because as I speak now, work is going on there. And Mr. Baide Sanwo-Olu has 4 years in the new tenure to do all of these things. So the regional road is going to be completed. And the other part of the Lekki Epe Expressway is also going to be completed. And as I said, the Fourth Mainland Bridge, very soon we are going to have the groundbreaking ceremony. And once we have the groundbreaking ceremony, the phase that Mr. Baide Sanwo-Olu says is going to take it to, is going to take it there. Because any project that the administration does, we look at our financial capacity and we look at the time, and then we give the job to the best person. So there is no reason why any job will be left uncompleted. So all of the iconic projects that we are doing, I bet you, they are going to be completed.
That's all we have to do on the interview. Thank you very much, sir, Honorable Commissioner Mr. Gbenga Omotosho, for this wonderful and insightful time.
Thank you so much. I've had a nice time.
Greater Lagos.
With a mandate for continuity, stability, and the unfinished agenda of a greater Lagos, Governor Sanwo-Olu's second term promises to bring even more progress and prosperity to the state. Let us rally together and support the vision of a greater Lagos. Remember, a greater Lagos is possible, and together we can make it a reality. There you have it on this week's episode of Greater Lagos. Till I come your way next week, I remain Glory Benjamin.
Greater Lagos. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó àjùmọ̀ṣe ni.